Hi, this is Lana from the Learning Carpet. Today I want to share a great game called Decade's Dilemma. This game is so powerful and it really helps kids to make sure that they are able to cross decades correctly. You know, for a long time, I just assumed that once they started counting, they were good to go and that they'd get into that routine. It was only when I started listening to each individual child count that I listened, and oh my gosh, the more I listened, the more I learned that the decades are a really challenging concept. And you know what? If you say the wrong words when you add and subtract, you're going to get the wrong answer. So I specifically picked this game and created this game so that we could really start to solidify those decades or changers. Now, you know, when we use the learning carpet, we usually have all the cards on the carpet. But today, I'm just going to use two different columns. I'm going to use the 9s and the 10s column because, again, that's where the change of decade occurs. What I've used and what I've done is I've taken all of those cards, and because these number cards are two-sided, I put geodata cards and tape them to the back so that all of the numbers are concealed. I put the 9 and the 10 face up so that we have a grounding and a way to get started. And now all we have to do is pick up a random card, see, is it in its proper place, or does it need to be moved to another spot? So let's get started. Here we go. All right, I'm going to pick this one up. Oh, I can see that this number says 50. Oh, 50 doesn't go here. So I then have kids think out loud. Well, where does it go? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's what you might hear kids say. And we put the 50 down where we think it goes, and we go to the next card. Oh, well, 100. Oh, 100 certainly doesn't go there. You will want to, again, hear how the kids are explaining their thinking. Do they count by tens? 60, 70, 80, 90, 100? Maybe they go all the way back from 10. Maybe they just say, I know it's the biggest number. You know, all of those are such great data points. There's just such great information on how each child really understands this concept. Let's just keep going. All right. Oh, my next number is 49. Well, let's see. I know it doesn't go in the tens column because it ends in the number 9, so I might count by tens. 9, 19, 29, 39, 49. Or, seeing that 50 has already been displayed, some kids might say, well, I know one less than 50 is 49. Again, that information is so critical to you knowing how to help each child. And all you do is you just keep flipping over a card and finding where it goes. Now, don't worry if one card is actually in the right spot and it goes back. As long as there are cards that need to be flipped over, you just pick up another one and play continues until all cards are in their proper place. And I also want to caution you against fixing something when an error is made, because that all works out. So let those errors happen and let the kids discover them and fix them. That's so much more powerful than when we get our teacher hats on and make all the important decisions. This is really about helping kids to grow. So this game is great to really help build the proper sequence and the numeral recognition that goes with that. But what happens if kids keep struggling over the same thing? Well, I had this happen in my class, and I realized that some kids needed a better representation of the quantity and that would help them make sense of this. So I got out my place value cards, and I showed the quantity of each number. So this shows 49, 4 groups of 10, and then 9 leftovers, and that connection. And when they could see that 50 was 5 groups of 10, or just 1 dot more, that helped them to see that 49 and 50 were really those neighbors or went together in that sequencing. In addition to using the place value cards, you might also want to help kids who are struggling with this concept by color coding. I took blank playing cards and I used different colored Sharpies to create the two cards that go together. So 9 and 10 were blue, 19 and 20 were red, 29 and 30 were purple, and so on. And this was another way that I could help kids, because they had a little bit of that visual or color support, learn these important decade changers that helped build their sequencing and ID skills. I sure hope that this game helps you help your kids make more sense of math. Come learn as you play. It's the Learning Carpet way.